Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the usual conversations. And if there's anything interesting you guys got to say, let me know. Smash that like, subscribe button. Trump calls for the release of those files, those court documents. He's actually calling for the release of those court documents, which is interesting. Why is Trump calling for the release of those court documents? Very curious why he would call for such a thing. But who knows? I guess we're going to find out here shortly. Hopefully the connection is good and everyone can see me pretty good. Let me know where you guys are coming from. Drop a comment down below. Let me know where you guys are coming from. What city, what state. I love to hear who's watching. We're going to be talking about that whole Epstein situation. We're going to be talking about Donald Trump as president. We're going to be talking about multiple things going on in the world right now. The Middle East, Israel, United States, Europe. I actually have been wanting to talk about some European politics regarding Spain and such. I know it's trending in the news, but of course we're going to be talking about Epstein, guys. Double tap that screen, drop me a comment, let me know who's watching. Let's get this rolling, guys. Happy Saturday. And yeah, just let me know who's watching in here. I love to hear it. But yeah, let's get rolling here. Once there's some people in here, we're going to start talking about some subjects. But if you didn't see the last live stream, that was a great live stream with Dustley, aka Tom Pepin TV, aka Eric. He's a great guy. He's a great entertainer. What's good, brother? How you doing? Happy Saturday night. Happy Saturday evening. Hope you're doing fantastic, brother. Hope you're doing fantastic. I see you got a channel of your own. What do you post? By the way, I love. Can we retire that hat? No, brother, we cannot retire that hat. Can we retire your hate for Donald Trump? Because you still got him for the next 3.5 years. You still got President Trump for the next 3.5 years. I'm having a good weekend. Very chill, relaxed weekend. You do music and stuff like that. Awesome. Maybe you can be on my stream sometime if you're interested. We could collaborate. You have 6,000 something subscribers. I have 8,000 subscribers. You know, we can cross over. Cross over. But let me know where you guys are coming from. What city or state are you guys coming from? I'm really curious. Real curious. Now, has Trump's name been found in those files, guys? Has his name been found in those files? Once I get some serious proof that Trump is a PDF file, I will burn that hat. But until then, I'm supporting Trump 10 toes down, guys. Is that the update? No, that's not the actual update. That's me trolling and trying to engage with you guys a little bit. His name actually has not been found in those files with no substantial evidence. South Carolina. We love South Carolina. What city, if you want to share it with us, if you want to share it with me, feel free to, because I've been to South Carolina a lot. I've been to North Carolina a lot. I'm from Florida originally. That's right. Of course, the Florida boy. Of course, the Florida boy. Camden. Not too familiar with that, but my trucker buddy might be. You're from Florida? Tobias, you're from Florida as well? Donald Trump. My favorite flavor is the classic flavor. The orange one is my favorite flavor of Kool-Aid. Great question. Why would he release the files with his name on it? He's the president, so he can stop it from coming out. Or, here, you're actually, you're using critical thinking. But here's a better critical thinking. He can actually remove his name off the list and release it. You ever thought about that? You thought a little bit far, buddy. You thought a little bit far, but you didn't think far enough. Trump's getting another term. But Trump has called for those Epstein court files to be released. To be released. Hit the like button, subscribe, release the Epstein files. By the way, guys, this is a channel where you control the topics, you control the narrative. Anything you guys want to talk about, anything you guys want to discuss, drop some super chats. I read all super chats out loud. I don't think Maxwell is going to get a pardon, but hit the like, subscribe button, guys. Hey, welcome back, Jason. You were in the stream this morning. Why would you want to claim that, buddy? Why would you want to claim that? Is that your claim to fame? Double tap the screen if we got any comments, any questions, anything we want to talk about, maybe like deportations and how civilians are attacking federal ICE agents that are doing their jobs. Guys, these ICE agents are doing their jobs. That's all they're doing. They're just going to work every day, just like everyone else. Lewis, I said multiple times in the last 30 minutes, who wants to join the stream? ICE has always been ICE. Keep crying about it. ICE has always been ICE. ICE deported 3 million people under Barack Obama. 80% of these people did not get a court hearing or any kind of due process. I can't send you a request to join now. I'm already live. ICE has never been this corrupt, really? They're given less due process than ever? Is that what you think? No, they're given a good amount of due process. More due process than they gave under President Obama. They didn't get any due process under President Obama. 80% of these illegals did not get due process. All it takes is a quick Google search, Jason. Do you not know how to use Google? Trump is on the flight log 7 times going from New York to Florida, but he never went to that island. Not to mention, lots of billionaires rent the jets out to each other for tax write-off purposes. Why did Native Americans get destroyed by American colonizers? That's the question you should be asking. You heard Stephen King was on that list? Why is he on that list? Because he's defending Trump and saying this list is bullshit when he used to be anti-Trump? I can't lie, it's a little bit suspicious, but it doesn't really prove anything. You guys want to know my theory on why he didn't release that list? I think I'm pretty sure I know why he didn't release that list. We already seen those flight logs. I guess most of you haven't seen those flight logs because if you've seen those flight logs, you would have obviously seen Trump never flew to Epstein Island. And the last time Trump flew with Epstein was in 1997, 1 full year before Epstein even bought that island. And 10 years before Epstein was even charged with any criminal charges. Trump's beauty pageants were all 18 and plus, dumbasses, but I guess you don't realize that either. What am I wrong about? You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. We got a lot of Trump derangement syndrome in chat. A lot of Trump derangement syndrome. You never heard of a hyperbole when you say you're going to end something fast, just say you're going to get it done in one day? You never heard of a hyperbole before. Do we got any questions, any comments? Let me know where you guys are coming from. Drop some super chats. Let me know. If you got any good points to make up, drop some super chats. But all I'm hearing is a bunch of insults and Trump derangement syndrome. Does it look like I care? Does it look like I care? Double tap that screen. Let me know where you guys are coming from. What did Obama do? Will Obama be charged with treason? Why? Because he was involved in the Russia hoax? Cry, 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 cry. I'm just making valid points and you guys are getting pissed. How do you know who is found on that list? How do you know who is found on that list? Do you have proof and evidence? Have you seen that list? Because that list hasn't been released yet. I don't just talk MAGA talking points. I'm talking about every single valid talking point. Let's see if I have the video pulled up. Birthday card? Yeah, Trump doesn't write like that. That birthday card was fake. I would believe Trump was on that list before I believe that birthday card was real. Hit the like, subscribe button. If you guys got any good points to prove anything you want me to read out loud, drop some super chats because these insults aren't proving anything. How was it fake? Trump doesn't write like that. Trump doesn't draw images like that. He's had one or two drawings. Trump doesn't talk like that. And you think Trump, the billionaire celebrity that knows everything he talks about in private and everything he writes about gets leaked and publicized, would send evidence like that about him? That is absolutely mind-blowing. That is absolutely mind-blowing. Here, let's get a poll going. I'm curious now because it seems like we got a lot of AOC supporters in here. AOC or anyone else for president? I'm curious. I'm sure we'll get the majority of AOC people in here. Which I got great news for you guys. AOC's never winning the election. Anyone else? Okay, I'm surprised. Anyone else but AOC. Oh, now it's 50-50. Epstein was indeed involved, if not a confirmed Mossad agent. Anyone else? Because I'm curious. There's a lot of obvious Democrats in chat. I'm just curious who they would want for 2028 president. And as my confirmations are going, there's actually not too much AOC supporters in here, which is a bit surprising at the very least. Why does Obama have such close ties with Diddy? You can say this about anyone or anything. If you want me to answer your questions so badly, you can drop a super chat. I'll answer every single one of them. Why would you be an AOC supporter? AOC needs to go back to bartending. JD? Sure, JD Vance would be a great one, 2028. Would you guys not vote for JD? Do you hate Trump that much you wouldn't even vote for JD, or are you just voting for a political party instead of the person? Let me know where you guys are coming from. Hit the like, subscribe button. If you guys got any great questions, any great topics, drop some super chats. I think we definitely got to deport all the illegal immigrants, especially the ones that jumped over the border. Especially the ones that jumped over the border. Who wants to hear the story about how I almost called ICE on someone? Does anyone want to hear it? I gave this man a pass. I gave this man a pass. I gave him a pass. Why would I jump over the border? You can call ICE. Well, if you want to hear the story about why I didn't call ICE on this man, drop some super chats. I talked about it earlier. How did you know he was an illegal? Because he told me. He told me he was an illegal, and I knew for a fact he was an illegal. But I didn't call ICE on him. You guys want to know why? Because he was doing the right thing. He wasn't a border jumper, first off. Second off, he was trying to make his status legal. He was on an expired visa. He was trying to make his status legal. And guess what he did? He went out and made his status legal. He made his status legal. We got a lot of Trump derangement in chat. A lot of Trump derangement in chat. But even as much as Trump derangement we have, still 53% of you people rather see anyone else but AOC. Anyone else but AOC, am I right? Anyone else but AOC. Diddy-crats crying like always. That is correct, sir. Diddy-crats are crying. Reality derangement. You're deranged from reality. You think that Trump is not your president. I love immigrants too. I just don't like border jumpers. I don't like illegal immigrant border jumpers. 2028 is a long way. It is a long way. 2028 is a long way. So just remember, you got Trump for a long more and more. I'm not married to my party. I just love Donald J. Trump. I would vote for a Democrat if they actually had any good talking points or any, good values and such. Trump was a Democrat. Most of the people that I support are ex-Democrats. RFK Jr., Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and many more. There's even a couple current Democrats that I like. If you love Trump, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know where you guys are coming from. Okay, it turns out that the majority of you don't actually want AOC. Do I like any of Kamala's policies? Yeah, I like the policy she stole from Trump. No tax on tips. Can you name another policy that I might like of Kamala's, and I'll tell you why I don't like it? I can think of one that you would probably bring up, and I'll tell you why I don't like it. It sounds like a good policy on paper, but I know exactly what would happen. No tax on tips. I just named one 2 seconds ago. Kamala didn't have any policy. What do you mean buying 4 million homes? What does that even mean? What do you mean by that? That's not a policy. I don't remember that being one of her policies. Christian, I don't remember that being one of her policies. The Abraham Accords, don't forget about it. Every president has sent money. Okay, here's a great one. She proposed a $25,000 tax credit to new homeowners. Guys, what is that going to do if every single one tries to buy a house at the same time with a $25,000 tax credit? What is that going to do to the prices, guys? Can someone tell me? It's an easy answer. What is it going to do to the prices of homes if everyone's out buying homes with a new $25,000 credit? What is it going to do to the prices? First off, that would probably never happen. Second off, that's going to make the prices go up even more, and that's just going to make it even more unaffordable for people. So that's a horrible idea. It's going to make everyone go out there and try to buy houses at the same time with this new $25K tax credit, whatever it is, whatever the hell it was. And then no one's going to be able to afford houses more than they already can afford them. Hit the like, subscribe button. Let me know where you guys are coming from. I mean, anything is better than that idea. That's literally going to increase the prices of housing. Would you like to join my live? What are we going to talk about? You can join my live by joining my Discord. We got 108 people in the Discord. Link in my bio to join the Discord. Hit the like, subscribe button. What are you yapping about now? I speak great, better than your favorite president, Joe Biden. Link in my bio, I just said it. If you don't like my accent, it's okay. You're probably from one of those Yankee states, like New York or somewhere like that. But shout out everyone from New York. MAGA. Do I like Vance? Yeah, Vance is awesome. He's a U.S. Marine. But the Democrats love to discredit him and say he wasn't a Marine, he was just a journalist. You sacks of shit. He still had to go through boot camp. Shout out Manhattan. Shout out New York City. We love you. And shout out New York State. Talk about agriculture? What about agriculture? Go Marines. Hell yeah. Hey, TYNY. TNY. You've got to be trolling. No, the majority of America voted for Trump. We still love New York. Go Trump. Autopin Biden. Autopin Joe. Maybe you can't blame Joe for getting 37 of the 40 people that were on death row off death row and freeing one guy that killed a mother and an 8-year-old child. This guy was supposed to be in prison for a lot longer, and Biden pardoned him. He gave him clemency, and he got out of jail in 2025. And he was supposed to be in there until the late 2030s. And Biden released him. A guy that murdered a mother and an 8-year-old. Why would Biden release this fucker? And you guys have a problem with these Epstein files and these fake accusations with no proof. Hit the like, subscribe button. No, hell no, I'm not trans. It's true. If you don't believe me about it, look up the people that Biden pardoned and look up if any of them got released. A lot of them were just getting them off death row. But there was one guy that actually got released in 2025 because his sentence got significantly reduced. Thanks to Joe Biden. Project 2025 is bullshit. Trump didn't write that himself. Why does it matter? Guys, that's exactly what I said. If you don't like my accent or how I talk, you don't gotta watch me. It's called a Florida accent. And your favorite president, Joe Biden, couldn't say his sentence without stuttering, so that's saying a lot. Nope, I'm a straight man. I'm a straight white man that gets a lot of hate because I'm straight and white. Isn't that controversial? I'm not British, I'm from Florida. Most of Project 2025 was never enacted. Some of them have. Some of the stuff Trump did, yeah, it is in Project 2025, but all of it hasn't been done. And I got bad news for you guys. 3.5 more years of Trump. Hit the like, subscribe button. If we got any comments, any questions, anything you guys want to talk about, drop some super chats. Let me know where you guys are coming from. If you guys got any questions, feel free to drop some super chats. I answer all of them. What about Obama Project 2030? That's a joke. What do you think of Oregon? I think it's awesome. I don't know too much about their politics. Florida man. What part of Florida? Southwest Florida. Make Jesus great again. He's always been great, brother. I never loved a politician. I like Trump a lot. I think he's the best guy for America at the moment. North Cal here. Shout out North Cal. Thank you for that super chat, brother. I do repent all the time and I seek Jesus all the time. Hit the like button, subscribe, guys. It doesn't matter about politics. Why do we got to get so angry and frustrated over a red hat? No wonder I get called rage baiting. I'm not rage baiting. I'm being honest. I'm being truthful. You want to buy my hat? I mean, send me a $50 super chat. I'll give it to you. I'll ship it to you. A Trump poster would be pretty sick. I can't lie. I should definitely get a Trump poster. I already said you can buy it. Drop me $50. I'll ship it to you. Am I homophobic? Nah, I'm not. I don't care if you're straight, gay, lesbian, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. The majority of America supports Trump. Bad news for you, brother. What about transgender? I don't give a damn if you're transgender, but transgender people can't be in the military anymore. And I think if you're pushing hormones on kids and gender reassignment surgery, you should probably not be teaching in schools as a trans. Especially if you're a man in a skirt wearing lipstick and a dress. You probably shouldn't be teaching in schools if you're pushing hormones and other shit on people. But I don't care if you're trans or straight. You can do all that in your own privacy of your own home. Trump derangement is rapid. I agree with you. I'm not a bigot, but call me what you like. If you think kids should be pushed hormones and gender reassignment surgery, someone should probably check your hard drive, buddy, because that's fucked up. Why should minor kids be pushed gender reassignment surgery? Are you fucked in the head or something? Thank you for subbing. But if a grown man wants to do gender reassignment surgery, then yeah, that's fine. I don't give a shit what you do to your own body. Where's the list? What if he's on the list? What if there's proof? If there's proof he did anything weird with kids, I'll be the first one to apologize and say I fucked up. Because I don't support that kind of shit. It is a boogeyman. He's certainly acting suspicious. But I have a great question for you guys. If there is a list, was the list made by Epstein or the government? That birthday card was bullshit, brother. Why didn't they release the images of the birthday card? The Wall Street Journal is bullshit. I would never work for them. Biden wrote that list? What the fuck? It was made by Maxwell? That's actually the first intelligent answer we got on here. Anybody have any other great answers? Here's another thing about trans. Brother, it's not impossible for a trans person to get gender reassignment surgery that's under 18. I know lots of people that know people that have. It also depends on your state government and where you're located. In Florida, it is probably impossible. Hopefully. The Florida courts did what? I mean, it's all over the news, brother. There's multiple videos about personal experiences about this on YouTube, and you want to say it's made up. Now it's fake news, but when they say some bullshit with no proof, it's real news. Trump has the highest Republican rating in the last 50 years. Am I MAGA? What do you think? Let me know where you guys are coming from, what city, what state, if you have any good talking points, anything you want me to talk about. Feel free to drop some super chats. We literally got one person in here that's under 18, that's trans, that's starting hormones. Well, I don't got too much to say about that, but please think about your consequences. You're not even 18 yet. That should be illegal. Taking hormones for reassignment and for transgenderism should be illegal until you're 18. Well, you're 20 now, so okay. But like I said, if you're under 18, it should be illegal. Well, it is now. It's illegal now? In state level or federal level? Trump, Trump, Trump. MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. Hit the like, subscribe button. If you guys want to support the channel or you have any questions or topic suggestions or anything you want me to read out loud, drop some super chats. Free Gaza from Hamas and any other people trying to bomb them and get at them. Any kind of war conflict with Israel, whatever. You got any proof of that? Any articles? When did this new law pass? If this new law passed, I think it would be all over the news. It would be all over the news. Oh, you're panicking because you got Trump for 3.5 more years. 3.5 more years doesn't seem like soon. And who's going to be your future hope? AOC? She's going to get her ass beat, just like Harris did. Oh, you can cry. Enjoy your time out. See you tomorrow. You love to talk about Europe, but you fear the subject won't stay that long. Don't you own your own business? You can drop a 99-cent super chat and I'll talk about traveling Europe. It's not that much money. And I have lots of experience to tell you about and lots of stories. I just need to see the slight bit of importance. That's what super chats show me. It's not about the money. It's about showing that you really care about talking about something. What's my favorite place in Europe? Eastern Europe. It's not about the money. I don't need 99 cents. What is that going to do for me? I just want to see that you guys really want to care about the topic and really want me to talk about it. Cry, cry, cry. Too late. They already have. As I was saying, Eastern Europe, Croatia, Montenegro, Albania, Serbia, all these places are great. Hungary, Czech Republic. I do have a passport. Would you like to see it? Shout out Serbia. Serbia loves Donald Trump. What topic would you like me to discuss? What do you want to know? If you guys want to see my passport, drop a super chat. America first. Talk about Israel. Do you support Israel? Your thought. Well, I don't have, unlike majority of people, I don't have anything inherently wrong with Israel. The only thing is, I don't like the United States government giving all our taxpayer money to Israel. It's not that I'm anti-Semitic or anything like that. I mean, they're definitely causing fucking conflicts. I mean, that's obvious with Syria, Iran, and Palestine, of course. They're literally causing fucking, multiple issues in multiple regions. But I don't fucking know Israel to hate them like the majority of people. But I do think we shouldn't be funding foreign wars. It doesn't matter if it's Israel. I responded, what the fuck are you bitching about? I said I don't support giving taxpayer money to Israel. I don't get that much ad money, brother. The majority of the support for the channel is super chats. Yes, there's a little bit of ad revenue. But other than that, not much. Not compared to the super chats. Trump's number one, Gaza. I don't know about that. All crying. No one gives a fuck about you or your channel. Everyone that wants to cry about my own personal channel can get the fuck out of here, pretty much. Hit the like button, subscribe. Was that a good enough answer, or do you want to hear more about Israel? If anyone wants me to talk more about Israel, drop another super chat. What's up, Jose? How you doing? I'm from the South, but I am currently in Eastern Europe. The biblical support of Israel is an interesting topic for sure. I don't have any hate to share, Sarah. I love you. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a liberal or if you want to leave insults. I still love you, Sarah. I still love you, Sarah. I love each and every one of you guys. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, Republican, or what. Oh, God. You want me to talk about the feminist movement? That's definitely something I should bring up, but I don't really feel like talking about it unless someone drops a super chat. Does anyone want me to talk about the feminist movement? What's your party? Someone said no. Nope, I can show you guys I'm in Eastern Europe. You wish I was in my mother's basement, but I haven't been there since I was 17. I moved out at 18 years old, so cry about it. I'm sure you guys will. A MAGA communist doesn't really exist, brother. This is the best MAGA channel. They actually don't, buddy. But okay, you can cry. How old am I? Take a guess, guys. If anyone guesses it, I'll tell you. Blake, you can cry. That's never going to happen. I'm sure you're still living there from the sound of it. Where in Europe are you? 25. Yeah, you guessed it right. Talk about the food. You want me to talk about Europe's food? It's much better than America's food. I'm sorry. Masculinity is the future, brother. What are you yapping about? Where is the lowlands? Is that in the UK? RFK will make America's food great again. Europe doesn't have all the chemicals that American food does. Yep. RFK is going to make America food great again. Did you travel around America trying food, or just Europe? Yeah, I've been to like, I don't know, 20 states. You guys want me to list the states I've been in? Maha, that's right. Okay, let's start off with the states I've been in. Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, New Hampshire, New York, New Jersey, Hawaii, Tennessee. Where else? Let's see. California, Arkansas. Never been to Chicago. What's the best state? Florida, where I'm from. You don't have to make Europe lesbian and trans. Western Europe is already lesbian and trans. That's why Eastern Europe is the place to come to. I've been to Mississippi, but never to Ohio. No Massachusetts? I don't think so. It was a long time ago. I can't really remember. But isn't there an airport in New Hampshire? Brother, if you keep commenting weird shit, I'm going to remove you. Brother, what's so good in Chicago? Please tell me. Yes, I've been to Vermont. What food? Deep dish pizza? Or what are we talking about here? Georgia? Yep, I've been to Georgia. Many, many times. I'm from Florida. I've driven to Georgia lots. I would love to come to the New England area sometime soon. Shout out North Carolina. Getting shocked that you guys have no evidence and still throwing allegations? No, not really. North Carolina is beautiful. Have you ever been to Toronto? And if so, what food did you enjoy? Well, in Canada, I've noticed they eat a lot of things with pickles. I kind of enjoyed that. I don't even remember. I didn't really stop anywhere specifically. I just drove right through. Am I going to play the Simpsons episode? Well, I believe you. It's really strong. But New York's food game, I think anywhere is going to have a hard time competing against New York's food game. I hate to tell you. I don't think so, Martin Johnson. You can enjoy your 24-hour ban. How do you feel about Fox News being sued by Trump and Newsom? Good, they're full of shit. I've always said that Fox News was owned by liberals, but they have a lot of conservative news anchors. Yeah, it would get me a copyright, probably. Yep, he is a liar. Wall Street Journal, Rupert Murdoch is a piece of shit. Just because you're a registered Republican doesn't mean that you don't hate some Republicans. Brother, I'm breathing normal. I don't hate anyone either. But a lot of these Trump derangement people do. I think America needs to come together regardless of political view, race, gender. United we stand. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Does anyone have any good comments, any good questions they want to talk about? Drop some super chats. Let me know where you guys are coming from. What city, what state. I'm American. If you guys have anything you want to show me, anything I need to look into, join the Discord. I've stayed in Rome, Bari, Naples, pretty much all of southern Italy, basically. Capri, the island of Capri. All of my family's in Florida. What are people other countries talking about? Well, when I was in Serbia, the first thing I noticed on the airplane was there was a newspaper talking about with Trump and a picture of the president of Ukraine and how Trump bitched him out, basically. Nope, never to northern Italy, just southern Italy. But I would love to see northern Italy. I would love to see Lake Como in the northern mountains in North Italy. Never said I've been to Massachusetts. What are you talking about? Montenegro is its own country. I love what Trump's doing. Absolutely, you should start traveling. Why is traveling every few weeks part of the problem? Because you don't got any money, Jocelyn, or what's the problem? Thank you, brother. Much appreciated for that support. I hope we grow too. I hope we grow too. Really appreciate that, brother. Have a great weekend. Have a great Saturday. If there's anything specific you'd like me to talk about, also shout out Canada. I've been there. There is some interesting good food there. Also, Walmart is very popular in Canada. Absolutely. Thank you. Out of touch, Jocelyn? You think people that travel are out of touch? I think people that don't travel are out of touch, but the majority of people don't get the luxury of traveling. Traveling is a luxury. It's not a God-given gift. But the more you travel, I think the more open-minded you become and you hear about other countries' politics and ideas and stuff like that. How am I going to guess your age? I don't even have a photo of you. You don't even have a profile picture of yourself. How long have your channel been on air? Well, recently I've been on like a year and a half run of this new type of content, of travel content, and maybe 2 years of travel content and stuff. We just recently started growing really quickly. I don't know, bro. I'm not gonna try. yeah, maybe 2 years, but my channel is actually 7 years old. I've tried other videos before on other content and other ideas, but they weren't very successful. But this new travel style and this new political talks and discussions, it's much more successful. Brother, that's a really political question. I don't even think I should answer it. I don't know. I support things just like they are the way they are now. What is your favorite dessert? In general, I don't know. I really like different types of cakes, creme brulee. Jocelyn, you can cry. The way you've commented and described, Jocelyn, the way you've commented and described yourself and your life is very, very questionable. You should definitely considering traveling. Consider traveling, Jocelyn. I don't know why you would think it's bad to travel to beautiful places and open your mind. YouTube does not take half of the super chats, by the way. You're completely wrong about that. But it also doesn't pay for my travels. You're right about that part. But YouTube does not take half of the super chats. That's bullshit. You don't know anything about YouTube. That is right, Sid. It takes 30%. Yeah. Which is not half. I love going to the US. I love spending time in the US. But I'm a young man. Right now, I like to travel and see new places. Sid, you're actually very educated. Savvy, you can look it up on Google. It doesn't take half. Any plans to go to Russia? Probably in the future, actually. But Savvy, I thought you liked me. I thought you were on my side. So I don't know why you're spreading hate. I mean, your comment was kind of accurate other than the fact that YouTube takes half. It doesn't. Well, Northern Cali is really expensive. I don't like sports, bro. I don't watch sports. Sports seem pointless to me. If your favorite sports team wins, does your life change? Will you visit Paris, France? Actually, yeah, I have a big supporter on my YouTube channel who wants me to come to Paris, and he's offered me to stay at his home. So maybe I'll stay at his home there and check out Paris. Australia is very far away. And yes, traveling is very expensive, and so is living in Northern Cal. But best of luck for you, brother. Paris is beautiful and stuff like that, but definitely not like my favorite place in Europe or anything like that. Greg, I do have one. So what are you yapping about? I indeed do have one. Do you? Why does it matter, Greg? I don't even know you. You don't even know me. If you want to know so badly, you can drop a super chat. I'll answer it. I've answered it before for super chats. It's my private information. Why would I tell you my private information for free? What's your favorite city in Europe? Favorite city? Probably places I've never been to. Yeah, I do, Greg. But keep crying about it. Keep crying. Makes no difference to me if you say I do or don't. I don't give a damn. My favorite city, though, that's a hard question. I want to say a city I lived in before, but I don't really want to. But I don't have anything to prove to you, buddy. I got zero reasons and zero will to prove anything to you or anybody for that regard. He does not know me in person. He's jealous. That's why. His channel is not monetized. What's weird? Another reason I make travel content is I like to show people that, are busy working or can't afford to travel or stuff like that, travel experiences and stuff like that future. Because I realize traveling is a massive privilege. Massive privilege. If you're able to travel, you're extremely lucky. There's definitely people that travel a lot more than me, though. Because it's hard to say a favorite city. I like a lot of cities, but when I think about my favorite city, it's hard to say. You mean for visiting or to live in? Because there's a big difference between your favorite city to visit than there is to live in. But for instance, I really like San Sebastian, Spain. It's really beautiful. I would definitely recommend visiting there. Barcelona, Spain is amazing too. Bari, Italy is really amazing. I will probably go to Paris, France, yes. I've been to France many times, but I don't make so much money, Greg, but I am able to travel. One for visiting, one for living. Okay, one for visiting, visit San Sebastian, Spain. Or visit maybe like Menton, Italy. That's actually a place I've been to in northern Italy. It's right next to Monaco. It's beautiful. I forgot that I drove through France in the northern Italy just a little bit. Netherlands is amazing. Spain is incredible, but I would never live there again because I lived there for almost 2 years. Do you find traveling the U.S. appealing, or have you done that? It is very, very appealing. Why? Do you live in Menton? Menton is France. Yeah, sorry. I get because it's right next to Italy. I wanted to say France, but I thought it was part of Italy. Oh, Greg, you're upset. I lived in Barcelona for almost 2 years, but I would not want to live there again. I mean, maybe that's a lie. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe a part of me wants to live there again, even though I just moved from there like 5 months ago. But a part of me does want to live there again. I currently don't want to leave where I'm at right now, Tivat Montenegro, or Montenegro in general. But my feelings are constantly changing. That's what I found. Constantly changing. Like a part of me really, really does miss Barcelona and stuff like that. But at the same time, I know there's a lot more better places I could visit and try to live in. And if I have to compare my first couple months in Barcelona versus where I am right now, I mean, I remember how it was like, and I prefer where I am now in terms of personal happiness. Greg, you can watch in silence. I do love the USA, and I spend lots of time there, months of the year. But Greg is a very hateful person and a very jealous person, unfortunately. Don't be like Greg. He tells B-rated jokes. Yeah, I agree. Guys, I still encourage everyone to join the Discord. We have 110 people in there. Hello, everyone. Sid, please be my guest. Join the Discord. Greg is eating his McDonald's alone tonight. That is pretty accurate. I don't understand why Greg has to hate on someone that's actually, happy with their life just because he's unhappy with his life. I never hated on anyone that was doing better than me. If you're a millionaire or a billionaire, or you're doing really well in life, I congratulate you. I don't hate on you if you're doing better than me. I would never hate on someone. There's plenty of people. There's girls that are 4 years younger than me, and somehow they go on yachts and travel around all the world and go to 100 countries, and I don't know how the fuck they do it, but they're definitely living a better life than me. That's because men have to earn and work for theirs. Women are given everything. But that's a whole nother topic and discussion. No, I don't give a damn about skin color. Why would I? It depends what you want out of life. Will I travel to Somalia? Definitely not. You'll definitely be able to travel one day. If you haven't traveled already, don't worry. You'll get your time. Your time will come. Time for everyone comes. You got to chase after what you want in life. I didn't just wake up one day and get lucky and get to travel all these places. I had to plan my plan out for years and figure out what I wanted. Yeah, I have Iranian friends. They invited me to go there, but I'm definitely scared as fuck with all the conflict going on. And you need a visa. Nope, I'm from there originally. Avoid Somalia. My mama's there and told me these idiots are still fighting. Damn, brother. That's crazy. Yeah, why would I want to go to any places with conflict? Yes, they're beautiful places with conflict like Iran, but no. No. I have friends that go there quite frequently. Lots of Iranian friends that I met in Spain, but would definitely not risk my freedom and life to go to somewhere like that. Just like I would love to go to Ukraine or... Damn, Sierra, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Crimson, where would you like to go? You said Italy. I can definitely recommend that to start, but Rome, there's definitely a lot of, like, legitimately. I've never seen as aggressive hustlers or panhandlers as I've seen in Italy. That's awesome, brother. I'll talk to you in the Discord. What's your Discord name? Colton, if you guys want to know so badly, you can message me personally in the Discord. I'll tell you. Or you can drop a super chat. I'll tell everybody. I like to keep some of my life. It's not about the start, sir. It's the goal. Absolutely. We still got some Trump derangement coming in chat. Interesting. The views are low right now. We're probably going to end stream in 5 minutes and we'll go live in an hour or so. Same name on here as Discord. Awesome. Cool. I'll see you in there. Then we got 109 people in the Discord. Anyone want to be 110? Join my Discord and be 110th person in there. Awesome. We got 110 people in there then. Any other questions? Because it is Trump derangement syndrome. People randomly leaving insults and they don't know you at all because a hat is Trump derangement syndrome. Change my mind. Change my mind. Change my mind. If you don't know someone, you hop in their live stream and the first thing you do is leave insults because you don't like their hat or their political opinion. But that's crazy. See, look, Sierra is a common sense American. Sierra, you should join the Discord too. Not everyone in there is a Trump supporter. What do I think of the state of the world? A lot of people will say, oh, it's shitty, yada, yada, yada. I think we're actually living in some of the best times in history. We're not in a world war, not yet. And we have the internet. We have so much more ways of living great lives. Like, there's so much more power in our hands than there was 50, 60, 70 years ago. Has my channel engagement gone up since we're in that hat? I mean, for sure. But also, it's not even about the hat. It's the stuff I say. I've done live streams before without the hat, and I was still getting a lot of hate. Just because of what I say. But the hat definitely helps engagement farming a little bit, admittedly. Admittedly, I'm engagement farming a little bit with the hat. But also, I just love to, get under people's skin, admittedly. If it pisses you off instantly and you just hate someone because of a hat, I think you're ridiculous. But I also love to do that to people because I know how unreasonable people are. I'm smart enough to realize that. And yeah, we're not in any world war. We have the internet at the touch of our fingers. There's so much more possibilities now than there was 20, 30, 40 years ago. So I don't think the world's too bad. Absolutely. No problem, bro. Can we get 50 likes in here, though? All we need is one more like. Double tap the screen. But I think I'm going to wrap this up here in one more minute, unless anyone has anything interesting to say. We did cure different types of cancers. We have more modern medicine. We have more technology. Everything's really better, but the new generation and the older people love to say that these are horrible times. I think that's propaganda. That's awesome. Give that doggo a bath. See, all you throw is insults. That's not criticism. That is an insult. You're saying things with unfounded claims with no evidence. And you're too stupid to realize that's not criticism. That's an insult. So get fucked. Excuse my language. There was pros and cons because before the internet age, there wasn't all this social media bullshit. That's something I really don't like about today. But there's also pros to it as well. People get so offended by what someone else supports. Yup. I agree. Anyway, guys, I'm going to hop off live stream. Everyone join the Discord. I'll see you guys in there. And I'll be live in probably an hour and 30 minutes again. We used to play outside and not sit on our phones all the time. Yup. And trade floppy disks. Yup. Where's the evidence then? All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Talk to you guys.